Hello, I've been working with a project on design-driven innovation and I'd like to summarize my findings. Basically, nowadays design is in large measure recognized as a strategic resource, and a vast number of companies is considering and seeking in design a source of competitive advantage. So far, the companies typically have focused on traditional roles of designers in the innovation process. They are mostly obligated to deal with ergonomics and styling. Even though recently this involvement has been mostly focused on product functionality or its styling, some companies were able to build their competitive advantage based on relatively strange or still uncommon innovation strategies. Design innovators that propose these strategies pursue radical innovation of product meanings and values. Radical innovation is typically pushed by breakthrough technology. On the other hand, there exists incremental innovation concept that uses existing forms as a starting point and makes further improvements. Improved product solutions enabled by better analysis of users' needs is the domain of incremental innovation pulled by the market. While in case of design-driven innovation, the driver of innovation is neither customer need nor technology. Radical design-driven innovation is a design push activity and involves radical innovation of product meaning. Mr. Verganti describes the process of product innovation and competitive advantage as being the result of product performance enhanced by disruptive technology advances and intense analysis of users' needs. Radical design-driven innovation, on the other hand, is more about incorporating unexpected meaning to the product. The scheme elaborates the dimensions of innovation. Many executives still consider design as a matter of styling, while it's just one of several ways a product may bring a message to the user. Apart from styling, what matters to the user it's its emotional and symbolic value, that is meaning. The difference between user-centered and design-driven innovation should be clear. While in case of design-driven innovation, there is an involvement of so-called interpreters, user-centered design doesn't have that feature. Interpreters are typically firms, organizations, researchers, designers, generally who share the company's interests and target the same users. The process of design-driven innovation consists of three actions as follows: listening, which requires understanding and accessing knowledge about possible meanings of products, then interpreting, and finally addressing the design discourse. Ms. Dawson points out that people do not buy just products, they buy into meanings. As what matters to people most is not the function of a product, but personal connection to a product, which may be emotional, psychological, and cultural. On the other hand, Martin Normeier outlines the fundamentals of good and different, a combination of radical innovation of product meaning along with focus on functionality, which results in a product good and different in terms of its meaning. Ernesto Gismonti, the chairman of Artimide, when asked by one of the scholars at the meeting about the way he conducted research on market needs to come up with a product, he quickly summed up this approach just replying, "We don't look at the market needs, we make proposals to people," which is the idea behind design-driven innovation. Artimide first launched its metamorphosis system in 1998. It's based on the concept of a human light. Rather than being a traditional lamp, it may be considered as a system to produce light, and particularly colored light that can be customized. It changed radically the meaning of the product, from old meaning being a traditional lamp to sophisticated lamp system that emits an atmosphere created by colored light, which may contribute to psychological human being. Another example is Cartel's bookworm. Cartel radically changed the meaning of a standard bookcase with its bookworm. From being an old meaning as a living room furniture just affixed to the wall to a possibility of personal interpretation and expression by means of bookcase. Another example could be actually the last one. Swiss watch manufacturer. Watchmakers used to concentrate on technical precision and functionality. However, Swatch realized that people apart from precision crave for possibility of self-expression. The Swatch changed the meaning of the product, incorporating this possibility of self-expression. In the following report, I demonstrated the cases of Artimide, Cartel, Swatch, the companies that ruled out the traditional innovation concept of market-driven innovation and succeeded radically changing the meaning of their products. Thank you for your attention.